For me, and for a lot of people, and this is talking about my crack addiction that I had for 20 plus years. It was just as bad for me to have money as it was for me not to have money. Because here's the thing: here's the two differences when I didn't have money. The moment that I ran out of crack and I had no more crack. And this is how, if you talk to anybody who smoked crack, the moment you run out of that stuff, man, you feel like you're about to lose your mind, and you'll do whatever it takes to get money. For some people, they chose to sell their body, and so even for some men, they chose to go out and prostitute. That was never my thing. I was into robbing people, stealing from stores, and things like that. I ended up going, to prison for armed robbery. But the two things you deal with when you are on crack, like I said, with the fact that you don't have money, and it's even worse if you do have money. And like I said, when you don't have money, you end up losing your mind. And for me, I went out and I committed armed robberies. I went to prison, for stuff like that. But the thing was, it was even worse when I had money, because I remember times, man, where I had so much money, but I could not stop smoking. I mean, my heart was about to beat out of my chest. I remember one time I was holding this crack pipe in my hand, and a lot of times when you're smoking crack, you smoke with other people. When you smoke it, you hit it, you might pass it, right? And it was my turn to pass the pipe to somebody else, but at the same time, I still had crack in the pipe that was mine. So I'm holding on to the pipe. I'm leaning over, about to fall on the floor, because my heart is pounding out of my chest. And and it's so bad that when you on crack, you don't care if you about to die. You still want to hit that pipe, right, over and over and over again. And there was another time I remember that I was smoking crack so bad, and my heart was beating so bad, that I had to end up sitting in a tub, a cold tub of water, and then I didn't even know if that was going to work or not. I just did it to try to calm myself down. And there was another time that I was smoking crack so bad, I ended up in the hospital. They told me I had a heart attack, right? So the thing is, when you're out of crack, you begin to lose your mind. But when you have a lot of crack, it can kill you, because you cannot stop smoking. So I'm just sitting back thinking about the different times, the times really I should have died. I should have died when I was out there robbing people. I should have died when I was smoking crack, because I didn't know how to stop. I was one of the craziest crack addicts you would ever see. I would go from having a job programming robots, and a week later you would see me on the street begging for money, because I'd been sold my car and everything else. And that's how bad crack was for me. And I'm so grateful now that the Most High delivered me, and I've been sober 20 plus years. If I did it, you can do it too.